Hey Capricorn, this is Tara. Welcome to your September mid-month tarot forecast for 2016. I'm going to pull 3 cards for the mid-month, and I do want to bring up a few astrology things that are going on right now. As you know, on 9/9, Jupiter moved into Libra, and Jupiter is the planet of wisdom. So we'll really be able to receive a lot of high-level information around this time period. So be sure to find ways to be available to tune into that. Any intuitive senses you get, psychic senses, signs, synchronicities, all that good stuff. Okay, and Libra is also very connected to the arts and music. So we'll see more of these themes playing out. Similar aspect actually to the time in the 60s. A lot of that going on. It's also about what's fair, what's right, social justice. We're looking for ways to rebalance. And then on the 16th, there's a lunar eclipse in Pisces, so it's a full moon eclipse. And the full moon is like a super full moon. Or excuse me, the eclipse is like a super full moon. It's a time of closure, completion, culmination, illumination, fruitions. A lot of shuns, huh? But the lunar eclipse will always reveal something that you were not aware of before, and it will help guide you towards moving you forward. So pay attention to what all's going on around the 16th of this month. It's also about releasing. So see what areas in your charts being highlighted. Some of you might want to look at where Pisces is in your chart. I believe it's 24 degrees of Pisces because it's about release. And also Mars is in Sagittarius at this time. And Mars in Sagittarius is in regards to someone who is really a truth warrior. They are a spiritual warrior. They stand in their religious beliefs. So how does this work for us on a personal level? Well, what it's going to do, this aspect, is ask ourselves if we are fully walking our truth day to day. Are we living an authentic and peaceful life? Because the closer your day-to-day life is to the values you really hold high, the better your life will work. That's just, part of what's going on. I mean, this whole astrological thing is getting us closer to what we really want. And before, when I was talking about what area in your chart is to be released, yeah, there's a lot of letting go. A lot of letting go. So that's okay. It's moving us forward, and that's part of the growth of the cycle of spirituality, of humanity, of the political scenes that are going on, the social scenes, people you talk with on a day-to-day basis. It's pretty amazing. So, just really take this month to look at, go with the flow. A lot of changes for my clients, and for me myself, I'm going to be moving, stay in this area, but moving to a different residence, which, that came up a couple of weeks ago. I'm like, okay, it's meant to be. Taking a deep breath on that, and it will all be wonderful. All right, Capricorn, so pull 3 cards for you. You have the Knight of Wands, the 7 of Swords in reverse, and the Horned God, which is the same as the Emperor. So let's take a look at these. I'm probably going to pull some clarifying cards too. This Knight of Wands is a woman who is moving forward. She is going into possibly unknown territory, uncharted territory, but she feels like she's on the right path. There's even a sign, as you can see here, that's guiding her. It's a calm feeling. Her horse is not running forward. She's actually doing this in a very strategic and resourceful way. She has her wand, and she's moving towards this area here, which has to do with enlightenment and prosperity. The Knight of Wands is usually a very calm person. It's about your It's about your work and the work that you do in life. And some of you are going to be really planting seeds and opening up to, I feel like, experiences that you've done or work that you've done before. But this is taking you a step further. And, hopefully for a lot of you, this is you're shining a light on what you love to do and taking that further for you. And I want to look at these in conjunction to the Seven of Swords. So usually this card has to do with someone who is taking a pause. He's coming out of as you can see, he's coming out of the woods, and he's like looking back like, "Ooh, I got past that." There's a little bit of a discernment of, was that right for me? Did I do a good job? Thinking a lot. Asking yourself questions is what I'm getting for a lot of you. Am I on the right path? And this guy, is just walking out of the woods. He's done a little bit of hunting here, and his spouse is waiting at the door, but he's looking back, asking those questions. And when it comes in reverse for you guys, let's take a look at this. So you're on your path, and then the Seven of Swords comes up. And normally it's a pause, or pause in thinking. Pause in, are you on the right path? Okay, so there may be a little bit of hesitation and you're moving forward. There may be opportunities that come up, but some of you are like, is this right for me? Well, I need to leave my home or my family or relocate. And it's coming up in reverse, and I feel it's pretty similar. So, while it's a pause, usually the reversals are a pause card. So I'm feeling like it's not a negative connotation as much as it is you're just a little bit weary a little bit about this, because on the other side I see the Horned God. It's called the Horned God in this particular deck, which is actually the Emperor. So you have a lot of support on each end. This Knight of Wands could be a fire sign. This could be an Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo who is really supporting you and helping guide you. This could be a man or woman. And then you have the Horned God, who is of the earth. I mean, look at his antlers, and the deer, and the skunk, and the coyote and bear. And this could very much be you, Capricorn. I recently got a email from one of the watchers, and she was really pointing out distinctions in this card that really are awesome. So this feels like a Capricorn. So this feels like you coming out on the end that you're feeling strong, you're feeling strength. This also could be a male in your life. This could be someone who, again, is supporting you, a boss, a father figure, authority figure. This even could be someone that's passed on in spirit world, and someone you thought highly of, or at least they are with you, angelically guiding you. And so while you may have a little bit of this uncertainty, or should I or shouldn't I, you're flanked by two cards that are in process of keeping you to move forward towards this light. And when I look at these together, she's turning away from this situation, of this lull. This feels like a lull to me. He's standing here like, you know what, I'm feeling strong and sturdy now. I may have questioned, I may have turned things over and over, I may have looked at my balance book, I may have looked at the balance sheet. I don't know why I'm getting finances right now for some of you. Maybe you were thinking about moving, or thinking about relocating, or thinking about doing a different job, and you really had to take a look at it, or starting a new business. So there was still a little bit of concern for you, or about this for you, but you have support. And I feel like some of you who are working for companies, there really is a strong individual there that wants to help you. Again, this could be a fire sign, like related in this card. I'm going to pull a few. Wow, okay. So the clarifying card in this particular deck, I pulled the Hanson Roberts deck, is the Star card. Okay, so there's a lot of enlightenment around you all being open to what's coming your way. Remember what I said earlier at the beginning of the video is release, let go, pay attention to signs, pay attention to what comes your way. That's, in other words, intuition. There's going to be high levels of information for you, and these high levels of information will help guide you. All right, and then the Knight of Swords came up. And it's funny because he came up actually in reverse. So this is telling me that you guys are planning and you're moving forward, but it's not a real fast pace like the Knight of Swords usually is. Like he'll do things out of whack. Like I feel like, woo, he goes fast. But he's in reverse here. So you're not moving as fast as you normally do, which is a good thing because we are still in Mercury retrograde and we will be until around the 20th, I believe, of September. So just remember to analyze, plan, move forward. There's a lot of enlightenment around here. The sword is pointing down. So the groundedness is the key. Staying grounded, being this earth god, or connecting to the earth, connecting to plants, connecting to animals, your totem animals, your spiritual animals, those on the other side, going to be important for you guys, Capricorn, for this month. Okay, my friends, I'm going to add up the 3 original cards for you. The first is the Knight of Wands, is a 1, 7 is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1 and 2 is 3. In numerology, 3 is about expression. It's about optimism and hope as well. It's about creativity, which is what I'm really feeling for you. And I don't mean creative in the form of art, which it could be. I talked about that earlier, how we're going to be seeing art and music come more alive, which is awesome in the social setting. But I'm feeling like creatively thinking. How can I do this in a way that I've never thought of? You know, pull some cards, some of you that pull cards, that have decks. I think you'll get some awesome information. You know, pull a card at the beginning of the day and say, what is it I need to know today? That would be of great value to you. Okay, my friends, thank you so much for joining me. Again, if you'd like that personal private reading, you can reach me at themagicalmatrix@gmail.com. Go on my website and again, look at my menu of services. People are really enjoying, I have to tell you, people are really enjoying the intuitive development one-on-one I do with them. That's via Skype or Zoom, so we can see each other, and a lot of great intuitive hits are happening. And I do this with you. I take you through a meditative exercise to get you into the alpha stage. And we really have fun. It's gotten some good feedback. I mentor as well if you are looking for that, and of course pull cards and numerology. So have a good rest of the month. Stay peaceful. Look out for the signs. Be in nature. You're on a new journey here, and you may have a little bit of a pause, but that's okay. Again, Mercury is saying slow down some, but you're headed forward. You're moving forward. All right. Take care. Be well. Get with me for that reading, that session, and I look forward to it. See you next month.